Alright folks, welcome to this exciting adventure. In this episode we're just continuing off for the last video where we were over looking at that corner of the airfield here. We're at World War II Stracathro Airfield up here in the east of Scotland, and we're pretty much just seeing if there's any wee like nuggets of history here at the roadside, because I think there's a bit here at the wood. They used to park planes and stuff, and the runway's kind of along here. So it could be interesting just to look, but we're no way to trample any crops and stuff like that. That's not what we're about here on the channel, folks. But once again, we're joined by Channel DJ out here for these real adventures, folks. This is the sort of bits of Scotland and you wouldn't see. We're out here proper in the wilds, getting the footage. And often it's crazy bits of history, like in the last video we found like the people's name and the date when they built that old bunker, and it's like wartime. Like they were doing their bit to save the country. And obviously now it's just we're able to remember the history and document it. And over the years too, old graffiti like that on the cement will chip off and wear away, and it's lost forever. Look at this, this is a field of, looks like barley. Spring barley it is. It's so warm today, folks. We're just out here adventuring in the countryside. It's fine and shaded here along beside the trees, so it's pretty cool. This is crazy, folks. We're literally just out here in the wilds. Like, the grass was so deep and hard to walk there at the side of the field. We've come into the edge of this forest. Just look at it, it's like a stunning landscape from a dark time in history, really, like the war. And again, all this stuff that we're looking at today was built for a purpose. That's if we even see anything like interesting. Ken, I'm sure this could be a bit over here with something. Look, there's a bit of cement sticking up on a bit of rebar. Can you see it? See, there could have been fuel tanks or anything for the airfield under the ground in places, and you wouldn't really know where. There could be other layers of history too here for like gamekeepers and stuff. Here, there's been something over here. I can see remains of stuff, like, looks like, unfortunately, like if there's been buildings, they've been flattened. See, this here looks like a little gamekeeper's hide, and there's something there as well, like a little tin roof. But I think that's not as old as the war. Whereas look at this, here's real wartime somethings. Big chunks of cement, look. With a rebar through it. I can't even believe how much historical wonders is here. Look at it, there's just rebar galore. And look, here's like a level bit of cement. Look at the thickness of this rebar. This is crazy, folks. This is real history. Look, there's a bricks, what does that say? Pitford or something on it. Pitford. I've not seen those bricks at any other location. The channel DJ's found something over here. What is it, man? Oh, aye. See, there's just tons of that there, though. There's been something mega, though. Like, it probably was maybe where they had planes and stuff, because the rebar thickness. See, this is the runway here, in front of these trees. And the runway ran right along in front of where that field is. So do you think we should go out this way and walk along a bit? Or do you want to go straight as the crow flies? See, with the way the grass, there's no grass growing, it's just gorse. And sometimes that can be, anywhere there's been aviation fuel and stuff spilt, grass and stuff never grows. The thing is, this area will just be vast. like history could be all over it. There could have been wee bunkers and huts and stuff. What is it? You could be draining it though, if it's been a marshy land. Look at this is the former runway, folks. Just imagine the Spitfires and Hurricanes coming flying up and down here, getting the throttle open. I'm not sure if they took off on this stretch or if they went round that corner taxiing and then they took off, but I think maybe that was their takeoff and landing there, and this area here was where they came out of the areas. I think they might have been hidden there with a cover of trees, maybe at this side. Obviously they would have been over at the main airfield at the far side of that field. But in today's video we're out here. Sorry if it's a bit windy, folks, once again, but we're literally out here. There's so much concrete used when a thing like this was made. There would probably be, if you started it at the start all the way around the end of the runway, there would be maybe a mile and a half. And it was used let me think now, what was it again? I remember I did the research years ago when I visited here, but this was just a spontaneous adventure today. But it closed in 1948, and there was one accident when an aircraft crashed when they were doing a training exercise. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this airfield was used for low-level approach training, stuff like that. The wind's gusting right through here, folks, but what a day. It's a welcome breeze when it's this warm. And then this is the next little pit area for the aeroplane, I think. Like, I remember seeing that even in like videos about Harriers and stuff like that. They would always just have them at the corner near the airfield, and then when they got that call, boom, out they would come. And not only were they training like the pilots here, they probably trained the technicians and the engineers as well. Getting a plane ready quick, turning it around and getting it back out. See, the interesting thing in this bit, it's not actually tarred, whereas further up there it was, at the last little in-cove bit. So much time's passed too. These mounds are probably what this used to be. It's probably just been flattened. Like, it is interesting though just to come and imagine the history and what went on in the war. Like, there's something around here. There has been something here. It looks a bit boggy, so we'll have to be careful. Oh, here we are, there's something. See, bits like this could have been moved from other places on the airfield and then brought round here. Wow, look, there's big chunks of something, some sort of building. There would have been masts, I'm sure, as well in places. See, there's like a gate post. Oh, this looks like at one time a mast or something's been taken down, because on there's like massive girders. I'll get a closer shot of that. See, look at the size of that. That's the sort of thing that would hold up like a big mast or be part of a mast. And I'm sure they must have had a lot of communications at a place like this for sure. And probably underneath all the earth there, in that mound, there would have been something. More stones and cement, bits of history. Maybe they'll get dug up and unearthed one day in the ancient future. Is that a saying? The very far away future. The ancient future, eh? What does that mean, folks? That's a new thing here on the channel. Real history, folks, once again on the channel. Stracathro Airfield. It is a private place now, owned by a local farmer. I can see there's a lot of bits of metal and stuff sticking out the ground over here. I'll have to be cautious where I stand. Look at this though, what's this been? See, there could have been stuff mounted here. Maybe there was an old shed or something back in the day. Look, there's more of that metal over here. I don't really want to get wet feet. But it is cool just to document. I'm not sure what that's been. There's been silage bales and stuff stored here. Look at that, folks, another bit of metal sticking out of the ground. Look, there's been tons of stuff here. That's all wartime history. Slowly getting buried and swallowed up by the ground. I'll just hate to watch my feet here because it's so like boggy. I might be better making my way to the original entrance kind of bit. Look at this, folks, at the edge. I don't know if this is for sure, but it may be evidence of runway lights, because here's the main runway. And I think they would have just lit it up for a small period for the planes to land, and then boom, they would have darkened it down again. I think there's a third docking area down here, if that's what these have been, where the planes would have parked. But there might not be, but we're going to explore it anyway for this adventure, folks. It's basically the side of the airfield that I've never seen, and why not just document it? Looks, it's just some wide open landscape with a crazy bit of history, and it is worth telling the story. I'm sure it was a hurricane plane that actually crashed here, if anyone wanted to know about the type. There's just so much cement here, so it goes all the way around here, all the way to those buildings at the far side. And that area now is used for people flying their remote controlled airplanes and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool that there's still planes in the air over here, really. This would be a good area for your remote control cars. Look at all these bits of cement in here as well. They've probably been like dug up and moved from other areas. Probably as well, when it was an operational airfield, they would have had a lot of wooden little huts and buildings that'll be totally gone now. They'll either be rotted away or just knocked down. We could maybe take a different route out of here, just like up that side of the wood. See if there's any more history, folks. That's so cool. Look, there's been something here. This wooden thing. What's that mean? Just a fence? Yeah, folks, there is a third cemented road going in here. I think, well, I'm not sure what it originally was. I can only ponder. See, this is originally what the other area may have looked like. It was a bog. You can just imagine the old Spitfire sitting in here and the mechanics all around it. This is like a massive area here, this bit in front of us. If you could bring a football here and it would be great. Oh wow, look at this, folks. We have discovered, this must be the edge of the concrete base. Ah, there's some spiky bushes, look at that. It's dug into my hand. What I do to get the footage, folks. I don't think it is a secret like area or nothing. I think it is just worn out below the original like platform of cement. That's what it's been. Originally it looked like there was like a mental underground system there or something. There could have been more than one plane here even, probably. They maybe had other things as well, like, yeah, it's a massive area here. It's like it comes in at a V and gets wide. And then look, it's wider in the middle. It's like it comes out here. Or here. Because this is cement under my feet. So it's strange how it's wider in the middle here. Yeah, it comes in stages. So whatever they've needed, there's been a maximum width that they've been trying to get. It is incredible, folks. The cool thing in a place like this is just imagining, like, in 1941 when they put the bunker up, again, there would have been somebody else probably over here doing the cement. The place would have just been building and thriving. They would have been preparing for like a long war. Places like this did their small bit to help the war effort. And it is a shame to see it in such condition, but it's amazing that there is still so much left, because a lot of places like this just get dug up and then like reclaimed as fields, because there's probably a good few acres of cement here. Look at this, folks, the Channel DJ has just unearthed some historical wonders down here in the cement, look. And then look, there's this rail kind of bit that leads off along there. I don't know, it doesn't seem to have been a drainage channel, not unless there's a pipe. Oh, aye. See, there's maybe been a hangar here, but then it's weird that it would get wider the way it does. This could have been a door. Would this have been a roller door bit for a hangar here, potentially? I don't know. It is cool just looking at old stuff like this and trying to figure out what it may have been. Yeah, look, there's been a bracket or something sticking out of the ground here. Is that a hinge or something? Look at that, folks. See, I think that's been a door then. Yeah. So that means the door was facing out this way. But then the shape of the cement, that could be correct. Because you would come around the side here and then the door from over here. So who knows, folks. It is interesting like that. It's like a rail, and there doesn't seem to be one at the other side of here. Oh, look at this. Look at this, folks. There is another one of these, but it's been like flattened or moved. Kind of like you can see this, the metal work here, how it's bent and flattened and buried in the ground. It's probably just run over every time the boy comes in here to get his bales. I think they store silage bales and stuff here. So that could have been big doors on the front of. So do you think that could have been a drain or something, maybe? Draining water away from the door. We're just going to look a wee bit further down this runway, as far as this gate, to see if there's anything we're missing. Look, there is like remains of something in here. Because look, this wood could be as old as the war, like. Maybe there's been a little frame or something there. Because it's like the runway gets narrower from here. It's like, I would say this is the start of the main runway. Do you think the whole runway has been covered with this tar at one time, on top of the cement? Because I have seen that in places. And I just wonder if it's had a thin layer of that the whole way. See that, folks, real history, that could actually be a thing that has been on a lot of runways. Maybe it's something to do, they put the cement down and then the thin layer of asphalt. It is crazy just to imagine the old planes ripping around here. Like, I've said it before in this video, but it is incredible. It's just the cement and all those bits, I think. And I think this has been just runway still, eh? This gate is probably after the war, I would think. Yeah. And I don't know if at one time there was like an old access gate or something up that way. There's tons and tons of bricks there, and I'm not sure if that's been other little buildings and stuff that's been removed. Again, this is probably just used for the farmer's storage now around here. But there we go, folks, we've had a look at a tiny bit of a runway at an ancient airfield. When you come to a place like this, you never know what you're going to find, but it's cool. Like, every week I try and go a couple of places like I've never been before. Literally, we've never seen this cool bit of history. Think about the work that went in building this whole airfield and the amount of cement. And from the graffiti on the bunker in the last video, 1941, that shows you, like, it's ancient. Like, incredible. They were doing all this, probably in a hurry. Right, folks, I'll end this one here. thanks very much for watching. Goodbye for me, goodbye for the channel DJ. I'm sure he'll be back for another adventure very soon on a video, but I'll end this one here. Thanks very much for watching. See you very soon.